Hi everyone, today we're going to show you how to use your June Bloomin' Bin, the bean box. To set up your beans, you'll want to place your beans on their respective paper towels, package them up and wet them down. Then put them in the baggies, blow in hot air, and seal them up, stick them in a bright window. The first thing I'm going to do is take the beans out of their bags. Now, about a week ago, I set these up and they've been growing ever since. If your paper towel has dried out, that's okay. I do, however, suggest wetting it down before proceeding. That way you don't tear these cute little roots that have pressed their way through. I recommend doing these one bean type at a time. That way you can actually label everything and make sure you don't get anything confused, just because there are between 2 and 3 bean types in your box. At this point, because your roots have grown through the paper towel, if they have, you can either extricate them from the paper towel, which takes some finesse and you'll probably still damage the roots, or you can actually leave them in the paper towels and they'll get themselves sorted once they're in the soil. I'm going to be going for option 2. I've separated my beans in their paper towel pieces, and you want to kind of bunch up the paper towels around the beans, but you want the beans to be able to pop out of their bean shell. Like this bean plant, the roots kind of grew sideways, so you want to bunch the paper towel enough around so that the roots are down and this part can pop up out of the dirt. The next thing you want to do is you want to set up your grow bag. These are the grow bags. If you're going to be doing this out in the garden, you can just literally plant the paper towel spots into the garden and you're done. This part is a little bit more complicated. Take your grow bag, open it up, and then fold the edges. You want to do this in a circular pattern. And just kind of roll them, flatten the bottom out. You'll notice these holes in the bottom. See those holes? Those are for drainage. You want those to be on the bottom. And here's my grow bag. You can adjust the size simply by rolling the edges. And you can make it as tall or as short as you want. Because these are just seedlings, the shorter version's a little bit better. Now, I recommend doing this outside because otherwise you'll get dirt all over your floor. I'm doing this inside on a mat just because this is the only area I have. So, yeah. For this next part, you'll want to get a bag of soil. I use potting mix, but you can really use whatever kind of soil you want. Just make sure that it has some sort of added benefit for plant growth, such as like Miracle Grow has extra plant food, little water beads that help maintain moisture, things like that. So the first thing you'll do is add a layer of dirt. You could also add rocks or some other kind of substrate. That way it would give you a little bit better drainage. But because this thing has holes on both the bottom and the sides, it's not that big of a deal. You're not going to be left with a bunch of moisture. Okay, once you've got enough dirt in there, then you simply place your little bean, paper towel, and all into the bucket. I tend to place mine towards the edges. You don't have to do that. You can place them side by side and they will grow side by side. But because these are a bush variety, you do want to give them a little bit of breathing room. And then add some dirt on top. Now you'll notice I didn't add too much dirt on top. That's because I'm going to add a little bit of compost on the very top. That's what comes in your dirt bag. Next, add a light layer of compost. You don't want it to be too thick or else your seedling will not come through the dirt. And as the seedlings grow, you can add more dirt. There we go, all done. Just water and let it grow.